Welcome to my channel Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 4 coins. Please don't skip this video. So let's get it started. The 1971 2-pence coin from the United Kingdom holds a special place in British numismatic history as it marks the first year of issue for this denomination under the new decimal coinage system. On February 15, 1971, known as Decimal Day, the United Kingdom officially transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a simpler decimal-based system where 100 new pence equaled 1 pound sterling, 1 pound. The introduction of the 2p coin was part of this change, and 1971 was its inaugural mintage year. As one of the earliest decimal coins, it became an essential part of the currency during the early years of decimalization. The obverse of the 1971 2-pence coin features the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin R.A., which was used on British coins from 1968 to 1984. The portrait depicts a young Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of royal jewelry famously associated with her. Around the portrait is the Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1971 inch, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God Queen, Defender of the Faith. The date 1971 indicates its year of issue and the very first production year for this denomination. The reverse of the 1971 2p coin was designed by Christopher Ironside, who created the original decimal coin reverse designs introduced in 1971. It features the badge of the Prince of Wales consisting of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Below the feathers is a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, which means, I serve. Above the design is the inscription, New Pence, and at the bottom is the denomination represented by the numeral 2. The wording, New Pence, was used on 2p coins from 1971 to 1981 to differentiate the new decimal coins from the pre-decimal currency. The 1971 2-pence coin was struck in bronze, composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. This was the original composition used for all UK 1p and 2p coins until 1992, when the Royal Mint changed to copper-plated steel due to rising copper prices. The coin weighs 7.12 grams, has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, a thickness of 1.85 millimeters, and a plain, smooth edge. The bronze composition gives it a distinctive reddish-brown appearance that may darken or develop patina with age. The 1971 2-pence coin was minted in extremely large quantities by the Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, South Wales. This mass production was necessary to replace the old pre-decimal coinage and provide sufficient new coins for circulation in the United Kingdom during and after decimalization. Over 1.4 billion 2p coins were minted in 1971 alone, making it one of the highest mintage coins in UK history. This large production ensured that the coin became a common and familiar sight in the pockets of the British public. Since newly introduced coin, the 2p played a significant role in everyday commerce from 1971 onwards. It was used for vending machines, parking meters, and low-value transactions, and became a staple of British currency in the early years of the decimal system. Many people collected these first-year coins as keepsakes of the decimal transition, while others used them extensively in daily life. Because of their high mintage, they were easy to find and circulated widely throughout the United Kingdom. The 1971 2-pence coin is considered common, especially in circulated condition due to its massive production. Most circulated examples are worth only their face value of 2 pence. However, uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated (BU) coins, those that were never used and kept in pristine condition, can have a slightly higher collector value, usually ranging from 20 pence to 1 pound depending on their state. Proof coins struck for collectors in 1971 proof sets are more desirable and typically valued between £1 and £5. Although the Royal Mint employed modern minting techniques in 1971, a few errors and varieties exist. Off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned. Die cracks or cuds, resulting in raised lines or lumps on the surface. Plating or alloy inconsistencies, leading to unusual color variations. Blank planchet errors, where one side is missing a strike. Such errors are not extremely common but can fetch higher prices, often ranging from £5 to £50 or more, depending on rarity. The 1971 2-pence coin symbolizes a historic milestone in British monetary history. The decimalization of the currency, it represents a period of transition, modernization, and adaptation for the British public. The inclusion of the Prince of Wales badge reflects the connection between the monarchy and national identity during this era. Many people from that generation remember the slogan, Decimal Day, and the new coins introduced alongside it, making this coin a nostalgic piece of history. The condition of the 1971 2-pence coin is crucial to its collectible value. Circulated coins typically show wear, scratches, and darkened patina, while brilliant uncirculated and proof versions retain their bright coppery luster and sharp details. To preserve their condition, collectors store these coins in protective holders, albums, or capsules to prevent oxidation and physical damage. The 1971 2-pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is more than just a small denomination, it is a historic piece marking the beginning of Britain's decimal currency system. Its high mintage makes it widely available and common in circulation, but it remains a significant collectible for those interested in the history of British coinage. Proof and uncirculated examples, as well as rare minting errors, hold the most value. This coin serves as a tangible reminder of a key chapter in the evolution of the United Kingdom's monetary history. Next, the 2000 United Kingdom 2-pence coin belongs to the decimal coinage system, which was introduced in 1971 as part of a major monetary reform. This system simplified the old British currency, pound shillings, and pence, and introduced decimal-based denominations, including the 2-pence coin. By the year 2000, the 2p coin had already become a familiar piece of British coinage, widely used in everyday transactions, vending machines, and small-scale purchases. This coin also reflects a period when the UK economy was transitioning into the new millennium, maintaining its traditional designs while embracing modern minting technology. The obverse side of the 2002 pence coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley FRBS. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and remained in use on UK coins until 2015. In this design, the Queen faces right and is depicted wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of royal jewelry famously associated with her. The around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. F.D 2000, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The year 2000 marks its year of issue and mintage. The reverse of the 2002 pence coin continues to feature the badge of the Prince of Wales, a design first introduced in 1971 for the decimal 2p coin and used until 2008, when the Royal Shield series replaced it. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, consists of a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Beneath the feathers is a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. The words 2 pence are inscribed at the top, with the numeral 2 placed prominently at the bottom to denote its value. The 2002 pence coin is made of copper-plated steel, a change adopted in 1992 to replace the original bronze alloy, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. This composition made production more cost-effective while preserving the coin's traditional copper color. The coin weighs 7.12 grams, has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.85 millimeters. The edge is plain, meaning it has no ridges or lettering over time. The copper plating may darken or show signs of tarnishing, especially if heavily circulated. The 2002 pence coin was produced at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, which has been the primary minting facility for British coinage since the 1960s. Tens of millions of 2p coins were minted for general circulation in 2000, ensuring their wide availability throughout the United Kingdom. Additionally, the Royal Mint struck brilliant uncirculated (BU) and proof coins for collectors, with the latter being included in annual proof coin sets. Proof coins are struck multiple times with polished dies to create a mirror-like finish and sharp detail. In the year 2000, the 2 pence coin was still an essential part of everyday commerce, particularly for vending machines, parking meters, and making small transactions. Although its purchasing power had diminished due to inflation, it remained an important denomination within the British currency system. It also held sentimental and cultural significance in activities such as penny arcades and traditional coin collections. The 2002 pence coin is generally considered a common modern coin. Most circulated examples hold only their face value of 2 pence. However, coins in uncirculated or mint condition can command a slightly higher price, typically ranging from 10 pence to £1, while proof examples from collector sets may be valued between £1 and £5, depending on their packaging and preservation. Coins with original mint luster, free of scratches or wear, are more desirable to collectors completing date sets of the series. While the Royal Mint has advanced quality control, certain errors do occasionally occur. Known error types for 2p coins from around 2000 include off-center strikes where part of the design is missing or shifted, die cracks or cuds, creating raised lines or blobs on the surface, plating errors where the copper coating is missing or uneven, exposing the steel core, mis strikes or rotation errors, where the obverse and reverse are misaligned. These errors can increase a coin's collectible value depending on their rarity and condition. The 2002 pence coin holds symbolic value beyond its small monetary worth. It represents a continuation of the decimal coinage era and reflects the traditional heraldry of the Prince of Wales. As the United Kingdom entered a new millennium, such coins remained a tangible link to its royal traditions and everyday economic life. For many people, 2p coins evoke memories of arcade machines, coin-operated games, and charitable giving jars. The condition of a 2002 pence coin greatly influences its market appeal. Circulated coins often exhibit wear, scratches, and tarnish, while brilliant uncirculated and proof specimens retain their original coppery shine and sharp detailing. Collectors typically store these coins in protective capsules, coin flips, or albums to prevent exposure to moisture, which can cause the steel core to corrode if the copper plating is damaged. The 2000 United Kingdom 2 pence coin is a modest yet historically and culturally significant piece of British currency featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the badge of the Prince of Wales on the reverse. It connects the traditions of the British monarchy with a modern decimal coinage system. While most examples are of low financial value, pristine, uncirculated, and proof coins, along with rare errors, remain sought after by collectors. This coin represents not only monetary history but also the everyday life of Britain at the dawn of the 21st century. Next, the 2001 United Kingdom 2 pence coin belongs to the decimal coinage system that was introduced in 1971, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence. This system simplified monetary transactions in the UK and brought coins like the 2p into everyday use. By 2001, the coin had already been in circulation for 3 decades and had seen a transition in composition from bronze to copper-plated steel, introduced in 1992. The coin bore the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclauff, and represents a period of stable yet heavily circulated coinage in the early 21st century. The obverse of the 2001 2 pence coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Raphael Maclauff, which was used on UK coins from 1985 to 1997 for some denominations and continued for certain issues until 1997. However, the 2 pence coin used this portrait until the new one by Ian Rank Broadley appeared in 1998. The Maclauff portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown traditionally worn for the state opening of Parliament. The around the portrait reads, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.D. 2001, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The date 2001 marks its year of minting. The reverse of the 2001 2 pence coin features the badge of the Prince of Wales, a design used from 1971 until 2008 when the Royal Shield series replaced it. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, shows a plume of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet. Below the feathers is a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, which translates to, I serve. The words, 2 pence, are inscribed above the badge, and the denomination is clearly represented at the bottom as the number 2. This design is iconic for the early decimal era of British coinage. The 2001 2p coin is composed of copper-plated steel, a composition adopted in 1992 to replace the original bronze, 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, due to rising copper prices. It weighs 7.12 grams, has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.85 millimeters. The edge is plain, smooth, without any decorative reeding. Its copper-plated surface gives it a bright reddish-brown appearance when new, although it may darken or tarnish over time due to circulation wear and oxidation. The 2001 2 pence coin was minted at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, South Wales, the primary producer of British coinage. Tens of millions of these coins were struck for circulation in that year, ensuring its availability for everyday transactions. The Royal Mint also produced a limited number of brilliant uncirculated, BU, and proof versions for collectors, included in annual coin sets. Proof coins were struck multiple times using polished dies, resulting in a mirror-like finish with sharp details. In 2001, the 2p coin was widely used in daily commerce across the United Kingdom, particularly for low-value transactions, vending machines, and making exact change. However, as inflation continued to diminish its real purchasing power, the 2p, like the 1p, was increasingly considered a minor denomination, often left in coin jars or unused. Despite this, it remained an essential part of the British currency system. The 2001 2 pence coin is considered a common modern circulation coin, with most examples in circulated condition worth only their face value of 2 pence. However, uncirculated coins with full original luster and no signs of wear are more collectible, typically valued between 10p and £1, while proof coins from the Royal Mint sets can be worth between £1 and £5, depending on their condition and packaging. Rare errors or varieties from this year can command higher prices among collectors. Although modern minting techniques reduce the frequency of errors, some 2001 2 pence coins are known to exhibit off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, die cracks or cuds, resulting in raised lines or blobs on the coin plating errors, where the copper coating is missing or uneven, exposing the steel core, rotation errors, where the reverse is misaligned with the obverse. Such errors are uncommon but can significantly increase the coin's value depending on severity and rarity. The 2001 2p coin reflects an era when low-denomination coins still played an active role in British commerce despite their declining purchasing power. Featuring the badge of the Prince of Wales, the coin also connects to centuries of royal tradition and heraldry. For many in the UK, the 2p coin is associated with penny arcades, charity collections, and everyday small change. It is a symbol of continuity in a rapidly modernizing society. The condition of a 2001 2 pence coin is critical for its collectible value. Circulated examples typically exhibit scratches, discoloration, and surface wear, while brilliant uncirculated and proof versions retain their sharp strike and original reddish luster. To preserve such coins, collectors store them in non-reactive holders, coin capsules, or albums, away from moisture and air that could cause rusting of the steel core. The 2001 United Kingdom 2 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II and the badge of the Prince of Wales is a modern yet historically significant piece of British coinage. While common and of low face value, it remains a collectible item in uncirculated and proof forms and represents a key chapter in the decimal coinage era. Its simple design, practical utility, and connection to royal heritage make it an enduring part of the UK's small change legacy. Next, the 2014 2 pence coin from the United Kingdom is part of the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971 to replace the old pounds, shillings, and pence monetary system. The 2p coin, first issued in 1971, has since become a standard denomination used in everyday transactions, vending machines, and small change exchanges. By 2014, the coin had undergone several updates in its portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but it retained its traditional function as one of the lowest value coins in circulation. The 2014 version belongs to the fourth portrait era of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley in 1998, and it represents a period of stable British coinage during the early 21st century. The obverse of the 2014 2 pence coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1998, depicts the Queen facing right and wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The design is noted for its realism and greater detail compared to earlier portraits. Surrounding the portrait is the legend, Elizabeth II D.G. Reg. F.D. 2014, which stands for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. The year of issue 2014 appears at the end of this. The reverse design of the 2014 2p coin is part of the modern UK Shield series introduced in 2008. Designed by Matthew Dent, this design features a portion of the Royal Shield of Arms, specifically the upper left section of the shield that shows the three lions passant guardant of England. When placed alongside other coins from 1p to 50p and £1, these designs collectively form the full Royal Shield. Below the design is the denomination 2 pence, clearly identifying its value. This design replaced the earlier reverse that featured the badge of the Prince of Wales with the motto, Ich Dien, I serve. Since 1992, UK 2p coins have been struck from copper-plated steel rather than the original bronze composition used from 1971 to 1991. The 2014 coin follows this modern specification, which consists of a steel core with a thin copper plating. This composition change was introduced to reduce production costs as copper prices rose. The coin has a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, a weight of 7.12 grams, and a thickness of 1.85 millimeters. Its edge is plain, smooth, with no reading or decorative features. The copper-plated steel gives the coin a shiny reddish appearance when new, but it may darken or lose its luster over time with circulation. The 2014 2 pence coin was minted by the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, which has been the primary producer of UK coinage for decades. Millions of these coins were struck in 2014 for circulation, though exact mintage figures vary depending on demand for small denominations in that year. The Royal Mint produces both circulation coins and collector's editions, including brilliant uncirculated, BU, and proof sets. Proof versions of the 2014 2p coin were struck with extra care, polished dies, and multiple strikes to achieve a mirror-like finish. The 2p coin has remained an important part of British small change since its introduction. In 2014, it was still widely used for low-value transactions, vending machines, parking meters, and exact change payments. However, as inflation continued to erode its purchasing power, its practical significance gradually declined. Many 2p coins often ended up in piggy banks, coin jars, or left unused in households. Despite this, they continue to be issued to maintain consistency in the currency system and to meet the needs of retailers. For collectors, the 2014 2 coin is considered a modern common circulation coin. Circulated examples are typically worth only their face value of 2 pence. However, uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated coins may sell for slightly more, generally between 10p and £1, especially when part of a complete set. Proof coins from 2014, included in collector's sets, are more valuable and can range from £1 to £5 or more, depending on condition and packaging. Rare varieties such as misstrikes or error coins may fetch higher prices. While 2014 2p coins were produced using modern minting technologies with high precision, occasional errors do exist. Examples include off-center strikes, when the coin is not properly aligned during striking; die cracks or cuds, causing raised lines or blobs on the coin; double striking or misaligned dies, creating ghosted images or overlapping details; plating errors, where the copper coating is missing or uneven, exposing the steel core. These errors are relatively rare but are sought after by collectors. The 2014 2 coin reflects the modern era of British coinage under Queen Elizabeth II, who by that year had already become the UK's longest-reigning monarch in waiting, surpassing Queen Victoria. The following year, 2015. The Royal Shield design symbolized a move toward a unified theme in UK coins, emphasizing national heritage and royal identity. The coin also represents the practicality of maintaining low-value denominations despite growing debates about their future necessity. The condition of a 2014 2p coin heavily influences its collectible value. Coins in circulated condition typically show wear, scratches, and loss of original luster, while uncirculated, BU, and proof coins maintain their sharp details and mirror-like finishes. To preserve a coin, it should be stored in a dry, non-reactive holder, away from moisture and air exposure, as the steel core is prone to rust if the copper plating is damaged. The 2014 United Kingdom 2 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a modern yet historically meaningful part of the UK's decimal currency system. While common in circulation and of low monetary value, it continues a tradition that started over 4 decades earlier in 1971. Collectors appreciate it as part of the Royal Shield series, and its proof and uncirculated forms hold more interest for numismatists. This coin represents a blend of modern minting efficiency, royal heritage, and cultural continuity within British coinage. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.